Al Jazeera has obtained new footage of the compound where Osama bin Laden was killed. These pictures show the interiors of the house where the Al-Qaeda leader is thought to have been hiding for up to 6 years. Imtiaz Tiab is live in Abbottabad. You've seen those pictures. You were inside the house. Tell us what you saw.
Yeah, actually, we weren't inside the house. We've obtained these photos which we received from a Pakistani security officer. But what these photos, rather, are very interesting, very vivid photos. Some of the clearest photos we've seen from inside the compound where Osama bin Laden was shot and killed in the early hours of Monday morning. Now, we can see some of the shots show some blood, but really what this video gives us a sense of is what this compound was like. There are a lot of exteriors in this video. You can basically see within the compound. So you see a garden, you see where they grew vegetables, you see where they kept animals, giving you a really clear sense of how they could be relatively self-sustainable, those that lived in this house. And then you get a bit of a tour of the inside of the house. It's a very ramshackle house. But what's interesting about the tour from inside of this house is what's not there. A lot has been taken out of this house. The kitchen is virtually stripped bare. Some of the rooms that we have seen are completely empty, wardrobes completely empty. Now, the reason this is significant is it gives us a sense of when this video was taken. Now, when we obtained this video, we asked when it was shot, and that wasn't immediately told to us. But really what this gives you a sense is this is relatively recent video, because in the immediate aftermath of the raid by U.S. forces, the U.S. did say that they took what they described as a treasure trove of evidence outside of this house. But we did see some video, some much grainier video from inside the house, only taken hours after this raid, and many things were still there. Since then, as we know, the Pakistani authorities have taken control of this house, presumably have taken whatever was left in this house, and now we're seeing this photo of this house where a lot of evidence has been taken out, but really giving us a very clear sense of what this house looked like, what the house that Osama bin Laden, the world's most wanted fugitive, what that house that he lived in possibly for up to 6 years, what was inside, how they were living.
Yeah, I mean, how are they living? We can see that they had a garden outside, so they were able to look after themselves. But any sense of the toings and the froings from the house and what kind of lifestyle they lived there?
Well, what's interesting is, although this house we're hearing was built about 6 years ago, it's in relative disrepair. It certainly isn't the plush mansion that it was first described. It's certainly a large house, and it's certainly a comfortable home, but again, you see garbage strewn everywhere, of the stuff that's left in the house. Very narrow sort of corridors. It's quite dark. There's very few windows. So it doesn't seem like the most pleasant of places to live, but it really gives you a sense of how the world's wanted fugitive perhaps could have remained undetected simply because you couldn't see inside or even outside.
Okay.
So really what this video gives us is a lot of insight into how Osama bin Laden could have been living.
And briefly, if you will, what's going to be done to this house? Is it going to become a tourist attraction? Are they going to demolish it?
Well, there's a lot of rumors about that this house will be blown up, that it'll be knocked down, that there's some concern that it's going to be a shrine. At the moment, it has become a bit of a tourist attraction. We haven't been given a clear idea of what's going to happen next, but one would imagine that the Pakistani authorities don't want to see this house anymore, don't want more videos like this surfacing, so there's probably a very good chance it's going to be knocked down. When exactly, we don't know.
Okay, well done for getting that video. Imtiaz, thanks.